Welcome back, Doom Tubers. Doom Waves here, and we're going to do my June pickups video, and this is going to be kind of interesting because there's really not that much here. But that said, I have got a ton of stuff in June, but most of it came by way of packages from friends, aka YouTubers, aka friends. Yeah, I got a package from TG Apeleus with some great stuff, and I got a package from Ducky Do Gaming, and I got a package from Oak25 that was just nuts. So definitely go check out those videos to see what all of those gentlemen sent me. Those are considered pickups, but I don't feel like I need to show you again because for one, it's just a ton of stuff and I don't remember even what was in all of the packages. So go check out those videos if you want to see all of the games and goodies that I received from those gentlemen. And also, I have a few other things, really not that much in the way of games, really just, well, technically just two. But I've got a few other things, one movie, a couple CDs, and some hardware that I want to show you, because they're pretty cool. So, first off is two of these things here. They're a little bit different. They are your TV input selector things. I have two of them already hooked up to my television, but I found these at garage sale for $1 each. This is a Philips one that's actually really cool because it's has an auto feature, so you don't actually have to press any buttons, any select, system select buttons. It holds 4 systems, and it can just sense when they're on. The only downside to this one is that it is powered. It did come with the power cord too. It's sitting over there. So it takes up an outlet, but that's all right though. But because it is got whatever you call that, composite, or no, not composite, component with the red, blue, green, and it's 3 on the back, 1 on the front, and of course your output to your television. So that's pretty cool. I've got 2 of them, like I said, one exactly like this hooked up to my television now, and then one push button one I'm probably going to swap out for this one so I can have everything kind of on these style ones because I like them a little bit better, and put one of the push button one probably downstairs in my bedroom. And then the other one I got is actually a Pelican brand one that's actually got the system names on the front: Xbox, PS2, GameCube, and other. And the other port, it's funny, is actually on the front. I had trouble opening this earlier too. I should have just left it open. This one also has component, except for the one on the front, which I am push to open. Brilliant. Push to open. It's just got the red, white, yellow. But it also has S-Video, which is pretty cool. And also you can actually hook up Ethernet to this one too. So you can hook up your incoming Ethernet to the main port here, and then also just plug in your Ethernet cables to your other consoles, which is pretty cool. So you don't actually have to have 4 Ethernet, 3 or 4 Ethernets. If you have that many systems that take Ethernet, you can just put it in this one and then hook up the systems, of course, that take that. I really only have one hooked up here, so it really doesn't matter. My PS3, I could hook up my PS3, but it's got a wireless built in, so I haven't felt the need to do that. It seems to run fine without it. But the 360, mine is still the old style 360 that doesn't now wireless, so I'd have to have that hooked up. And this one did come with a cable too, but this one's not powered, so that's nice. So yeah, I don't even know if I'll use this one right away. I really don't. I don't have that many systems hooked up at a time that I need 3 hooked up here at a time. Three sets of 4. I'm pretty much set with just 2. Okay, so that's not all the hardware. This one I guess qualifies as technically both hardware and video game at the same time. It is a TV Play Power in television plug and play. I don't really go out of my way to like buy these things, the plug and plays. I see them at garage sales from time to time, but ones that I think that I'll actually maybe play a little bit, I'll consider it. And this was I paid $3 for this. And I don't own an Intellivision, but there are a few Intellivision games out there that I would like to play. Like, I can't even think off the top of my head. There's a couple of Dungeons and Dragons games I think that I'd like to try, but sadly they are not on this. I didn't look up to see what was on this specific one before I bought it. I just bought it, $3. And it's got some pretty cool games on it, typical Intellivision games, shoot stuff, and then a few sports titles. So I don't feel like I wasted my money, but it's definitely not something that I'll play a ton, but I don't mind having it either. So I'll look for a few plug-and-plays here and there, that like Namco ones, that'll probably have games that I'll actually play, Pac-Man and things like that, or like a Galaga or something like that. Some other odds and ends from garage sales. Picked up a VHS copy of the original Ghostbusters, because why not? I have this on DVD already, so it's not like I needed it in my collection, but it was at a garage sale for, it was kind of a, name your price kind of garage sale, and we picked a few other things up, including these 2 CDs that I'm going to show you, and we ended up picking, a couple other things, and we paid like $7 for, like 5 or 6 items, so it really wasn't a big deal. It was like supporting a local track team or something, so wasn't a thing. Picked up M83, Hurry Up We're Dreaming. I don't know too much about this group. I haven't listened to a lot of their discography yet. I do know that they did the soundtrack for the movie Oblivion, which I thought was fantastic. I love the movie, but the soundtrack almost trumps the movie itself, because for me, for some reason, I just fell in love with that soundtrack while I was watching the movie, and it was so yeah, the name stuck with me. The M83 name stuck with me, so I saw this and I picked it up, and I think Dustin's recommended some other albums before, and I don't remember if this was one of them or not, but I picked it up anyway because it was there. Like I said, cheap. And then also something kind of I don't want to call it a guilty pleasure, because I'm not really ashamed of anything that I listen to, but I did pick up Deadmau5, for lack of a better name, because it was there, and I do enjoy Deadmau5. So there you go, Deadmau5. All right, next 3 items, well, actually 4 items. Another hardware item that I spaced off. I didn't really want to do. I recorded an unboxing of another package that I received from TG. It's totally unexpected package. I had no idea this was coming to my house, and it showed up. I don't even remember which day it was. This week sometime, and I was just totally shocked to get the package. That I just went up and did an unboxing, but it ended up being a really short unboxing because there was really only one. Well, there's 2 items in there, but really only one reason to send the package. And so I said, you know what, I'll just show it in my next pickup video. So you don't get to see my reaction to the unboxing of the Sega Saturn Virtuous stick that was sent to me by TG. And there's packing peanuts falling out of this box while I am trying to close it. I opened up the box, and I was just, there was a little bit of a pause because I was reading the note to myself. But basically how it goes is a few weeks ago, TG had found an online auction for a, I don't know if the seller had more than one or if it was just one. I think it was even still used, Sega Saturn Virtuous stick for just a crazy good price. And I remember thinking to myself, man, if I had the money at that moment, I would have bought it. And because he was telling me about the auction or the buy it now or whatever it was, so I could go buy it if I wanted to. But I couldn't at the time, and I told him that. It's like, man, if I really had the money, I would do that. So TG, being the guy that he is, the good guy that he is, decided, you know what? I'm going to buy that and then just send him my old one, which was perfectly fine because he, full disclosure, even though he didn't have to, is that he didn't use it very much because he enjoys the Sega Saturn gamepad for fighting games you know, a lot anyway, so he didn't use it very much. So this thing is basically like new with the freaking box, and I think the original instructions and everything. And I actually, admittedly, haven't even got a chance to try it out yet, but here it is, the glorious Sega Saturn Virtua stick, which I am extremely happy to have. It is a fantastic piece of hardware, just the way it feels and the way it looks. And I hope that I really like it. And along with it, so I could test it out, he did send me a complete copy of Fighting Vipers for the Sega Saturn. I don't know much about this game. I know that the Saturn has got a bunch of fighting games, and I know that they're not all gems. So, but I don't know anything about this one. So I will definitely throw this in and give it a send the Virtuous stick on its maiden voyage with Fighting Vipers. This is actually the only fighting game on the Saturn that I have, and I don't really have that many Saturn games, but this is the only... Oh no, take it back. I take it back. You, of course, sent me a copy of Virtua Fighter 2. What am I talking about? So I have Fighting Vipers and Virtua Fighter 2 that I can try it out on. Awesome. So yeah, Virtua stick from T.G. Appilaus. Fantastic dude and a fantastic gift once again. And two more things here. The same day that we were garage sailing, I had made a quick stop at GameStop just to kind of browse around. You know, I had a pretty tight budget. You know, we hadn't spent a lot garage sailing, so I had to, you know, part of my tight budget, you know, I had left over to kind of browse around and see if they had anything that I was looking for. And I had kind of thought to myself before I got there, you know what? A couple of buddies of mine, Ducky Dude Gaming and Oaks25, wanted to play Doom 3 Doom 3 BFG edition with me on PlayStation 3, because I have it on Xbox 360. And I thought to myself, you know what, if they have a copy within my price range, I'm gonna buy it. You know, I'm just gonna stop shopping around, you know, for whatever else, and just pick it up, you know, so I can play online with those guys. And that's what I did. They had a brand new copy of Doom 3 BFG edition for only $20 for the PlayStation 3. Now, I will say though, I recorded this video once already, and a couple of days ago. But I will say, if you're still looking to pick up the BFG edition, and regardless, I mean, if you have both consoles, 360 and PlayStation 3, and you're not necessarily a purist one way or the other, and you're interested in getting this game, I really, really recommend you get the Xbox 360 version. And it's not that this version is bad, because it's not. But it's just a few things about this version that I noticed just in the little time that I've spent playing that kind of bugged me. And I'm not saying that because I'm like some sort of Doom purist, because it's Doom, it's great no matter what. But I don't know, like the music levels seemed really off. At least I'm mainly talking about Ultimate Doom here, because that's the only one I've played at great length on here. The volume levels and music levels really seemed off. Like some of the sound effects just seemed like really muted at times for no real reason. Like you could barely hear the music, or you could barely hear like gunshots and things like that you should be able to hear plain as day. And also the menus on the PlayStation 3 version just really, at least with Ultimate Doom, just really suck. For some reason, they're really, really laggy, and there's a lot of like auto-save type of stuff, and maybe you can turn some of those things off, like the auto-saves, that really just kind of drop the frame rate, and also just will, you know, just kind of stall for a few seconds, and it just doesn't do that on the 360 version, and it never has. Now with the I know that there's some nasty loading times on Doom 3, at least in the campaign, and I haven't played the Doom 3 on here yet, so I don't know for sure. But yeah, it's none of it was a deal breaker. I don't regret buying it, but I'm certainly glad that I bought the 360 version first and played through it and enjoyed it a lot, as much as I did, to justify the double dip for the PlayStation 3 version. I'm glad that I bought it, and I eventually will get the PC version too, because I'm just that guy. I'm that guy that I'll buy 3 different versions of the same game because it's Doom. I mean, that's me. But yeah, so that's that PlayStation 3 version of Doom 3 BFG Edition. Very glad to have it. Technically not a new game to my collection, but certainly a welcome game. Last item here is another wonderful, wonderful Facebook find from my beautiful wife of now 7 years. We celebrated our anniversary last week, and she found another amazing deal for me on Facebook. Another piece of hardware. A piece of hardware that I didn't necessarily need, but the price was just too good to say no, and I'll explain it here in a second. For $30, we have a Nintendo 3DS, a black one. This is just the standard 3DS, not an XL, just a standard 3DS. And the only qualms or issues with the system, for one, it didn't come with a stylus or charger, which is fine because it uses the same charger as the XL, so I have a charger. And the bottom screen is a little bit scratched up, and there's some weird blue paint on it there. Now, originally when I said, yeah, go ahead and get it for $30, that's a great deal. I was gonna do one of several things. I was going to either try to sell it on Atari Age or something for a little bit more, like $50, something like that, just to justify my purchase, make a little money, or I was going to try and use it as trade bait to get something cool that I want. But then I was really thinking, it's like, that I love my 3DS XL, I love it, but there is times when I'm on the go, going wherever, that I don't like having that gigantic 3DS XL in my pocket. I think I would like a standard 3DS to carry around with me, to play whatever 3DS game I'm playing, that fits in my pocket a little bit better, and I don't have to lug around the XL, because the XL is quite a bit bigger. And so I think, after just about one day of having the system, I had pretty much cast aside any thought of getting rid of it. I think that this standard 3DS is here to stay. Now, I will say though, I definitely am going to kind of reserve it for, like I said, on-the-go stuff, because it's definitely more enjoyable to play a DS or 3DS game on an XL system. That's just a fact. It's a bigger screen, and it's just more comfortable to hold. I mean, that's a fact. The 3DS XL is better than the standard 3DS, but for definitely on-the-go type of stuff, I really like having this system. Another downside is that I don't think you can have your Nintendo ID linked to two different 3DSs at a time. I don't know that for a fact. I haven't read into it at all, so don't quote me on that, but I don't think that you can. And this one I haven't even cleared off the previous owner's information and stuff yet, because you have to call Nintendo to do it, and I have not got around to doing that just yet. So there you go. That is it for my pickups as far as I know. I think I'm probably forgetting something that I picked up at the garage sale, but definitely probably nothing worthy of note. So that is it for the June pickups. This video went on a lot longer than I thought it would. Kind of the highlight being my new 3DS that I'm really enjoying. So thank you for watching. Doomwaves out.